Greetings from California to the 2021 graduating class of Masuk High School, and congratulations. I'm here on the campus of Stanford University. My name is Robert Menard, and 40 years ago, in June of 1981, I had the privilege of addressing my graduating high school class from Masuk High School, and it is my great honor and privilege to be speaking to this year's graduates. I truly wish that I had the opportunity to be addressing you all in person, but the world has been quite a different place over the past 15 months, and I am hopeful that we will continue to move forward past this terrible pandemic and see a return to normalcy, which you all deserve. I grew up in Monroe, and things were a little different in Monroe and at Massac back in 1981. The town was much smaller then, growing from 14,000 then to over 20,000 now. I'm pretty certain that Massac doesn't have a dedicated smoking area for students in the front of the high school like it did when I was there. Back then, phone calls cost 10 cents, which were on phones you had to physically dial, and there were no iPhones, no internet, no TikTok, Instagram, or Snapchat. No social media didn't mean that there weren't cliques in the school. There were jocks or the athletic guys and their popular friends. There were hoods or the tough guys who were good with cars and you didn't want to mess with. And there were brains or nerds, which much to my chagrin was the clique I was grouped in. Someone once said, hindsight is 20/20, meaning that things are always much clearer when we look back at them. When I was in your position, graduating Massac, I desperately wanted to get out of Monroe, to reinvent myself and to explore the world. My family says that I ended up in California, since if I went any farther, I'd be in the ocean. Now, however, with the perspective of time, I can clearly see that Monroe was such a wonderful place to grow up and live, and that it was such a privilege to spend my formative years there. After Massac, I didn't make it far, just up the road to Middletown, Connecticut and Wesleyan University. Given my nerd status and the fact that I took Latin at Massac, I ended up double majoring in classics as well as molecular biology and biochemistry and applying to medical school. On a whim, I applied for a United States Fulbright scholarship and was accepted, and spent a year in Rome, Italy, digging in the Roman Forum in the mornings and working in a molecular genetics lab in the afternoon. In 1987, I started medical school here at Stanford and spent the next decade finishing medical school as well as general surgery and plastic surgery residencies. And not feeling that I had traveled enough, I moved to Adelaide, Australia for 1 year in 1997 to complete my fellowship in pediatric plastic and craniofacial surgery, which I have now practiced for the past 23 years here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Did I know that this is what I was going to be doing when I graduated Massac, taking care of infants and children with craniofacial birth defects? I had no idea. I am amazed and certainly feel blessed to see what I've been able to do and where I've been able to go over the past 40 years. Back then, I knew that I was good in science and that I actually loved Latin, and I liked helping people. And so at that time, as a graduating senior at Massac, I made a decision to leverage what I liked and what I was good at to move forward in life. I was good at science and I liked helping people, so going into medicine was a logical choice. I loved Latin and Roman history, so majoring in it in college allowed me to spend a semester in Rome studying Latin and Roman history, and led to my spending an entire year there as a Fulbright scholar. Did everything go perfectly without any disappointments? No way. I'm pretty certain that I've had more failures than successes in life. Heck, because we didn't have much money, I only applied to 2 colleges before graduating from Massac, and only got into my second choice. Was that the end of the road? No. But at that time, I did what any brash, disappointed 18-year-old boy would do, and I literally chopped down a tree in my parents' yard with a shovel. After many years and many disappointments, I've since learned that that's not the best solution. What you need to do is to persevere, to keep moving forward. If your plans don't work out at first, make adjustments to the plan, but don't give up. Put in the work, and work hard for what you want. I was in school or training to be a doctor until I was 35 years old. I truly hope that none of you have to work that long or hard to fulfill your dreams, but if you do, your sense of fulfillment should be all the greater. Graduates, you are leaving Massac at what is hopefully the end times of a once-in-a-century pandemic. Needless to say, it's been a very challenging time to be a doctor, to see your colleagues and patients affected by this disease, to have had to cancel important surgeries because the hospital was full of COVID patients. As a physician and someone who's dedicated their entire career to science and caring for others, I strongly encourage you and your family members to get vaccinated against COVID-19. We can work together to help our country reach a level of vaccinations that will impart herd immunity and help put this terrible chapter behind us. I am saddened by the havoc that the pandemic has wreaked on what should have been a normal and happy high school experience for all of you. But as we emerge from this pandemic and into the light, I truly envision better days ahead for all of us, and especially for you graduates, who are the definition of unlimited potential. Take advantage of the next few years and all the years ahead of you, whether it be more school, joining the workforce, or just taking some time to rediscover and reinvent yourselves. But persevere in whatever you may choose to do, and hopefully 40 years from now, you will find yourself as happy and fulfilled as I do. Congratulations, Masuk graduates.